Corvallis, Oregon. Historic Gill Coliseum on a Friday night. The Oregon State Beavers coming off a pair of wins last week, but a tall order in this one. They faced the third-ranked Stanford Cardinal. Pac-12 volleyball here on Pac-12 Network. And hi everybody, I'm Rich Burke. Stanford continues to do what they do, and that is win. Everything they do is geared toward being the last team standing in December and winning a record 10th national championship. Oregon State, meanwhile, in a new direction under first-year head coach Lindsey Bohannock. And last week, things came together, and they captured their first two conference wins, including over 19th-ranked Arizona State on Friday. It was a big moment. Here, a big-time kill by Michael Vernon for a critical point. And then later on, Amanda Burns, a setter and a hitter, a big swing on match point to win it. Knocking off the number 19 team in the country, ASU's only other loss to Stanford. And then 2 days later, Arizona here. And Liz Schuster, the setter, served on an 8-0 run. And later, after a great pass by Ryan White, had a kill at a critical moment. And then the overpass, Peyton Seuss put it down. And the Beavers had a perfect weekend knocking off Arizona. Stanford has a legitimate shot to win the national championship. They're 73-0 all-time against Oregon State, a 26-match conference winning streak, 9-0 on the road this season, tied for most road wins in the NCAA. And Cami Minor, last year's Pac-12 Setter of the Year, is even better. Maybe the best setter in all of the NCAA. She leads the NCAA in assists per set with an even 12, and she has an array of hitters to tee up. You can see her there with a back set. Here she's going outside. Elia Rubin with a big kill. And then here comes Kendall Kipp. She puts one down. And finally, the quick to the middle is Sammy Francis. Cami Minor has all the shots. Well done for the setter for Stanford. Stanford Cardinal under head coach Kevin Hambly, the reigning Pac-12 Coach of the Year, 7th year at Stanford. National titles 2018 and 2019. Kendall Kipp at opposite, second of the Pac-12, 7th among Power 5 players, 4.29 kills per set. Oregon State under head coach Lindsey Bohannock, her first year after 10 years as an assistant to Dan Fisher at Pitt. Back-to-back Final Fours the last couple of years. Amanda Burns listed as opposite. She'll start with setting duty. She's kind of a unicorn. She hits, she sets. Meanwhile, Michael Vernon is 8th in the Pac-12, 3.47 kills per set, getting better and better. Cami Minor sends it away, and we're off and rolling. And Oregon State immediately out of system, and a free ball coming for the Stanford Cardinal. There's the back set. There's a swing for Kipp. The dig by Burns. Bump set by White. Megan Sheridan with a swing, dug by Minor. Ogilvie sets up Kipp again. Second swing of the rally, but White was there as she often is. Here comes Michael Vernon off the block, covered up by Heron. Sheridan with the tip, kept alive by Burns. What a point to begin things, and Vernon tools the block and gets the kill for Oregon State. Michael Vernon, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week. 38 kills last weekend in 98 swings and had 34 digs. As she had 50 swings in one 5-set match and 48 in another. Here's Lauren Rummel, the Arizona transfer, Tucson native, a sophomore. Pass on the money from Baird, and it's put down by Vicini. Even at one, McKenna Vicini. Redshirt senior from Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington Catholic High School. Her head coach Kevin Hambly says she's not just a great middle, but a great all-around volleyball player. Katie Baird will serve for Stanford. Good pass by Heron, lots of options. Sheridan goes down the line. Megan Sheridan, the graduate transfer from Butler, already has a job waiting for her with a CPA firm in Indianapolis. Katz Sapper Miller came to Oregon State for her final year because she wanted a new experience, wanted to see a new area of the country. She really believes in what Lindsey Bohannock is building here. Ever engaging Megan Sheridan. And now Liz Schuster, one of the setters in the 6-2 for Oregon State. Stanford out of system. Kendall Kipp, dig on the money. Swing by Burns, and a kill for Amanda Burns after an excellent dig by Liz Schuster. And Oregon State with an early 3-1 lead. 74th all-time meeting. Oregon State has never beaten Stanford. They've taken them to 5 sets 3 times, 1986, 2000, and 2002. OSU took Stanford to 4 sets each of the last 2 meetings, including one last year. Pancake by Ryan White, the reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Rolled over by Rubin. Diving play again. Going to the back line. Amanda Burns gets it done. 2 excellent defensive plays by Oregon State. Ryan White, the reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. And then again, that time it was Michael Vernon, with Liz Schuster diving in as well. Options here for Schuster. She goes outside of the combo play to Vernon, off the block, and out of bounds. Beavs with a 5-1 early lead. Liz Schuster serving. Schuster served them 7 points on an 8-0 run. It's a challenge from Kevin Hambley. And as it happened, I thought the ball might have hit the pink line. Everything in pink tonight because it's damn cancer night here at Oregon State. And the down official is Gary Houghton, and he'll have a look at things. Each coach gets 3 challenges. If you go to a 5th set, you get an additional challenge if you've already used one. You never have more than 3. And have a look at it. We had 2 officials looking at it. Line official and the up official, Erica Sami, was ruled out. I don't know that there's anything we can see from that angle that would lead them to change that call, but Gary Houghton has some camera angles that we don't have, and so he's taking a look at things. Stanford has nearly their entire team back, with the exception of middle blocker Annabelle Smith, and the only player they lost 2 years ago was middle blocker Holly Campbell. And they have excellent middles in Sammy Francis and McKenna Vicini, and so almost the entire team they had 2 years ago. Stanford's won an NCAA record 9 national championships, the last coming in 2018 and 2019 under Kevin Hambley. They won titles 4 times in the 1990s, 92, 94, 96, 97, then again 01 and 04. And 2016 under John Dunning, his 5th national championship, and then 2018 and 19 under Kevin Hambley. They made 17 title match appearances, the most of any school. So Houghton continues to take a look at things. Meanwhile, Oregon State under Lindsey Bohonic, last Friday they beat ASU in 5. The only stat category they won was digs. And Sunday they beat Arizona in 5. And really, they showed signs of it a couple of weeks ago when they lost in 4 at Utah and then lost in 5 at Colorado. They're changing the call. Gary Houghton reverses the call. The point goes to Stanford. They get Schuster off the service line, and it makes it 4-2 Oregon State. Again, Gary Houghton had some camera angles that we don't have access to. Elena Ogilvie, the outstanding libero for Stanford, last year's Pac-12 libero of the year. Schuster to Vernon, and there's a block. The first block of the match. Sammy Francis and Kendall Kemp. That's 4-3. Overpass put straight down by Kendall Kemp. 5th-year senior, 6'5" tall, out of Newport Beach, California. Last week, 4 kills per set. Also had 5 aces. Excellent serve by Elena Ogilvie. And that helped lead to that overpass. Schuster, lots of options, goes to Leah McDonald. Overdig by Elena Ogilvie. Amanda Burns with a swing, wanted the touch, and didn't get it. And Stanford takes their first lead at 5-4 with 4 consecutive points. 3 with Ogilvie at the service line. Ogilvy last year Pac-12 Libero of the Year, honorable mention ABCA All-American. Short serve was too short. Even up at 5. Now Michael Vernon will go back and serve for Oregon State. Fourth-year junior out of Ossining, New York. Not a long time, but she has eligibility left after this year. Ranking Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week with the service error. So 33rd service error to go along with 7 service aces. It's a number she's going to want to clean up. 8th in the Pac-12, 3.47 kills per set. Lindsey Bohonic told me a few weeks back that her team has earned the right to win. And they exercised that right last week when they knocked off the 19th ranked Arizona State Sun Devils, and they didn't have a letdown the second match, and they beat Arizona in 5. Well off the net, Peyton Seuss goes long. Seuss struggled largely last weekend. Matter of fact, on Sunday, she hit .061 with 8 attack errors. But Bohonic told her to forget about it and play in the present. She said, you're going to get a big swing at a big moment. And she had the final 2 kills of the match on Sunday. Timeout taken by the Bees. Beavers had a 4-1 lead, but Stanford now on a 6-1 run. And Kendall Kipp goes back to serve it away for the Cardinal. Beavs out of system. Back row attack by Michael Vernon off the soft block. Kipp was there. Pushed over by Francis. Lunging play by Seuss. There's Vernon. Perhaps trying to do too much. Michael Vernon, 2019 New York Gatorade Player of the Year with Ossining High School. School record 2,150 career kills. Was outstanding last week. Here's Kipp. Peyton Seuss finds a seam in the block. Seuss, the Wake Forest transfer. Casson, Minnesota native. 50 career sets played as a starter all 4 years for the Demon Deacons. Their final year at Oregon State. Pass on the money from Ogilvy. Francis on the slide. Fighter has options. She goes outside. Rubin. Pancake by Schuster. Swing by Seuss. And a block. Sammy Francis. Francis, the 6'6" junior from San Diego. Loyola Country Day School. Got a great pancake by Schuster. And then put down by Francis. 8th in the Pac-12, 1.19 blocks per set. Rubin serve, targeting Michael Vernon. There's Seuss off the high hands. Good dig on the money. Seuss with the tip. Lunging play by Kipp. Put down by Rummel. Lauren Rummel, recruited as a pin hitter, but can play all across the net. And having a solid year as middle blocker for Oregon State. Amanda Burns will serve for Oregon State. Talking about solid years. Burns last week had 18 kills and 46 assists in the 2 matches. Yeah, she's a setter and a hitter. Big swing by Baird, go to the back line and gets it done. After an excellent pass, Stanford has 3 very good passers. For those of you new to volleyball, there's only 1 pass per point. That's the first contact after the serve. Everything else, first contact after going over the net, the rest of the rally is a dig. There's a swing and a kill for Megan Sheridan. And passing is so critical. Get that first ball side out. Megan Sheridan now with 2 kills for Oregon State. Kira Herron goes back to serve for the Bees. That pass on the money. Minor went for the dump and read well by Oregon State. And there's a block. Vicini and Baird. Let's have a look at it from net cam. Katie Baird. Baird, 0.59 blocks per set. Vicini, 1.31. Back to rotation one, and the setter, Cami Minor. Burns the back set, swing for Sheridan. Baird high in the air off the soft block. White with the set. Michael Vernon blocked by Kendall Kipp. Consecutive blocks for Stanford. They have 5 in the match at a 12-8 lead. Oregon State has to be insistent. That means that pass has to be tied to the net. As that one is, giving Burns options, mistiming with Rummel. Another kill from McKenna Vicini, her second of the match. And when a pass is tied to the net, the setter has options. It spreads out the block. If the pass is well off the net, then they usually go outside. Blockers can read it and get into position. And with Stanford's height, that's bad news for Oregon State. Burns setting up Michael Vernon. Overhand dig by Ogilvie. Minor setting up Katie Baird, going to the back line, wanted the high hands and didn't get him. Oregon State gets a side out. 13-9 Stanford. Owen Rummel back to serve. Lindsey Bohanec, the head coach of Oregon State, her message to the team last couple of weeks, stay present. And that kept them from a letdown on Sunday after their emotional win in 5 sets over the number 19 team, Arizona State, last Friday. Burns with the back set, Sheridan with a swing, dug by Rubin. Minor outside to Kendall Kipp, high in the air off the high hands, and another kill for Kipp. She's got 2. It also kept Oregon State from letting Arizona's late run of the 5th set take them down last Sunday. They continue to go by that mantra, stay in the present. Katie Baird, redshirt senior from Indianapolis, Perry Meridian High School. That was high on the platform of Heron. Good dig by Baird. Burns setting up Vernon, going down the line. Burns' second kill in 5 swings. In fact, in 10 swings, she has 4 attack errors against this tough Stanford defense. That time turned it over and got a side out. Liz Schuster serve. Kipp, lunging dig by Burns, but unable to get into position where Vernon could play it. Well, 15th in the nation, already 5 blocks in this one. Kendall Kipp getting in on the action, and then Sammy Francis. Katie Baird here with a block. McKenna Vicini, 5 blocks already. Kipp has 3 block assists. Vicini 2, Francis 2, Baird 1. Kipp putting up numbers as she often does. Last year's Pac-12 Player of the Year. Again, the Beavers out of system. Free ball coming for Stanford. Minor. Quick to the middle. And there's a block solo for Aaliyah McDonald. Her 12th solo block of the year. 1v1 against Sammy Francis. Aaliyah McDonald, redshirt junior out of Pearland, Texas. Last week had 11 kills at 504 blocks. On the dive from Baird. Lots of options. It's a combo play. Lunging dig by White off the swing. But still, Stanford is there again. The swing by Elia Rubin. And then they subsequently get the point. Kendall Kipp with a block solo. She's already got 4 blocks in this one. She serves it away. There's McDonald. Over dig by Ogilvie. Kept in play, though. Seuss. Another dig, and that was put down by McDonald. Couple overdigs on bullets by Elena Ogilvie. It was good work just to keep him in play. Donald barely nearly reaching over the net on that one. 17-12 Stanford. Ryan White serve. It's Rubin going down the line and finds the floor. Elia Rubin, the Brentwood, California native. And she'll serve it away. Rubin last year was a 5-time Pac-12 Freshman of the Week and strong candidate for Freshman of the Year, but Amy Collier of Oregon was an 8-time Freshman of the Week and won the Freshman of the Year award. There's Rummel. Oh, and Rummel with a little wrist away. Little block of Rummel gets a kill. That's 2 for her. Teams exchange side outs. Oregon State still down by 5. Amanda Burns. Transfer from Loya Merrill-Lamount with the serve. Katie Baird tied to the net. Ryan White was there. Megan Sheridan off the block of Francis. This time Peyton Seuss finds a seam in the block. Lindsey Bohanec told me earlier this week that to hang with Stanford, Oregon State can't avoid some long dry spells that they've been befallen by this year. They had to put pressure on them at the service line. And they have to win long rallies. They did that time. Francis on the slide, puts it down. Sammy Francis, her second kill. Sammy's 3rd match back after missing 3 matches. Made the move from pin hitter, middle blocker last year. That was Anna Pringle with the serve. Burns with the bob set. Miner goes to Baird, who goes to the back line and gets it done. Katie Baird. 2 kills for her. 2014 Stanford. Anna Pringle, defensive specialist from La Jolla, California, Cathedral Catholic High School. She'll serve for Stanford. And an ace. Anna Pringle's 11th ace this year against 18 service errors. Good pass by Vernon. Burns goes to the middle to Rummel. Dug by Rubin. Back set. Back row attack by Kip. Off the block, covered up by Baird. Baird in transition. Gets the kill. Her 3rd. Kevin Hambley says he wouldn't trade her for any outside hitter in the conference. Last week, Baird, 4.14 kills per set, hit .303. There's Seuss. And off the block, but out of bounds. Peyton Seuss, 3 kills. S-U-E-S-S. Dr. Seuss is S-E-U-S-S. The vowels flipped. Peyton Seuss, native of Casson, Minnesota. Both parents college athletes. Tammy Miner went for the dump and gets the job done. Miner's first kill. Averages about 3 kills every 4 sets. Stanford 2 points away from a comfortable first set win. This one off the block and out of bounds. Megan Sheridan now has 3 kills for OSU. Sheridan last year a senior in her 4th year at Butler. Her first time as a full-time starter. 2.35 kills per set. Set the Zionsville Community High School record for kills. Zionsville near Indianapolis. Iris Koba, native of Italy, in to serve and play defense for Oregon State. Miner goes outside to Kendall Kipp, down to the floor at about a 45-degree angle. Nothing you could do with that one with Stanford in system. And it is set point for the Card. And now Katie Baird. will serve for Stanford. Megan Sheridan, dug by Baird. Minor goes outside. Rubin off the block, covered up by Minor. Bump set by Ogilvy, set over by Elia Rubin. Burns going back set to Sheridan. And Megan Sheridan gets a kill to keep Oregon State alive here in this set. College volleyball, best of 5 sets. First 4 sets to 25. You have to win by 2. The 5th set in this series to 15. Sheridan comes out. Doha Diraz, native of Turkey, comes in for Oregon State from Ankara, same hometown as former Beaver Delara Uno, who transferred to Coastal Carolina. Second set point for Stanford. They go outside to Kip, who ends it. A 25-17 first set win for Stanford. With a surgeon-like precision in that first set. They had 6 blocks. They hit 353. 17 digs, and they win at 25-17. Some of the Stanford faithful here. Their team a 25-17 first set win. Stanford ranked number 3 in the country, and their goal is to win the national championship. There's no question about it. Head coach Kevin Hambley told me that they need to be better out of system. They had some good points out of system in that first set. Need to pass consistently every match and get every team, including the best team, the team that they're going to face the final couple of weekends of the season, off the net. .9 kills per set. That's tops in the NCAA. Hitting percentage .318. That's second in the nation to Florida State at .321. Tops in the nation at 0.02 assists per set. That makes sense because Cammie Minor leads the nation as an individual, 12 assists per set. Stanford is second of the Pac-12, 11 in the nation in aces per set. So it's a tall order for Oregon State. Stanford using a 5-1 offense. Meaning they use one setter. Oregon State, meanwhile, using a 6-2. It's been a long time since the team using a 6-2 offense, dividing the time between setters. Won a national championship, but that could be Wisconsin this year. And there's an ace serve for Kier Herron to begin the second set. Wisconsin has run a 6-2 with Izzy Ashburn and MJ Hamill this year, though last week they ran a 5-1 with Ashburn. Wisconsin, number 1 team in the country, and Nebraska, number 2. And those two teams are going to meet tomorrow in Lincoln. Outside to Baird. Baird with a laser beam of a kill. Katie Baird now with 4 kills for Stanford. So if Stanford can win this one, and by the way, for both Nebraska, the number 2 team, and Wisconsin, the number 1 team, they both won via sweep in Big Ten play on Wednesday. So tomorrow's their final match of the weekend. One's obviously going to win. And so if Stanford can take care of business tonight and then knock off the number 9 team in the country, Oregon, on Sunday, they got a shot to gain a spot in the rankings and get to number 2. Is that a guarantee? No, it's possible that they still rank the loser of the match between Wisconsin and Nebraska, the number 2 team in the country. And we have a challenge issue. And so Jerry Houghton's going to take a look at it. After the attack error by Michael Vernon. Let's have a look at it. Did not look like it hit the antenna. Let's have another look at it. They didn't call a net violation. They called an attack error on Vernon. I don't know if they thought it touched the antenna or what, but we'll see what Gary Hoden, the down official, has to say about this one. The Stanford Cardinal, Sunday at 5:30, will take on Oregon down in Eugene. That'll be televised by our friends at ESPN. The call stands, so the point stays with Stanford. Stanford's last conference loss came in Eugene last year. They won 26 in a row in Pac-12 play. They're 9-0 on the road this year. Tammy Miner will serve for Stanford. Her father Harold, All-American basketball player at USC. SI's National College Basketball Player of the Year in 1992. Remember the Pac-12 All-Century team. Lunging play by Ogilvy. Here's Kip. Dug by Burns, bump set by White. Michael Vernon springs high with a 5'9" frame and tools the block. Vernon really gets in the air. I should say she is 5'11", and really gets high. Watch the hops of Vernon. Lauren Rummel will serve for Oregon State. Thieves have got to put some pressure on the service line. Keep the Cardinal off the net. That was not a competitive serve from Lauren Rummel. He's usually pretty strong at the service line. Katie Baird's serve for Stanford. Pass on the dime from Vernon. Back set. Sheridan. There's another block for Stanford. Vicini and Rubin. That's their 8th block of the match. Elia Rubin getting a hand on it. (4-2) Stanford. White trying to keep it alive. And Aaron sends it past the back line. Oregon State coming off a pair of wins last week. It was big news in the conference when they beat Arizona State. Then they beat Arizona on Sunday. Didn't suffer a letdown. But now they're facing the talented number 3 ranked team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal. Kevin Hambley took Illinois to the national title match in 2011. He was there for 8 years as head coach for the Illini. And won national titles with Stanford 2018, 2019. Now in his 7th year, the reigning Pac-12 Coach of the Year. Big swing by Rubin. Elia Rubin, the sophomore from Brentwood, California. How high she gets, and Oregon State able to consolidate the block. Elia Rubin last year was just the second 6th rotation true freshman in Kevin Hambley's 6 years. The other being Megan McClure. McDonald, and again the block for Stanford. 9 blocks in the match for the Card. Sammy Francis. Francis now with 3 block assists. Kendall Kipp with 6. And it goes in the books as an ace. After Seuss struggled with it. And now Ogilvy will serve again. Vernon, White, and Seuss in serve receive. 8-3 Stanford. They win the first set 25-17. Burns off the block and out of bounds. Side out Oregon State. Burns' third kill. Amanda Burns, both a setter and a hitter. I told you last week she had 18 kills and 46 assists. She surprised her head coach. Lindsey Bohonic said that she knew she could hit, but didn't know she could set like this. And there's Rubin getting the side out for Stanford. Lindsey Bohonic coached a similar player to Amanda Burns. Similar combo at Pitt. Rachel Fairbanks, 2021 and 22, both set and hit. Seuss off the block and out of bounds. Got 4 kills, 3 attack errors and 9 swings. Told you both her parents were college athletes, Peyton Seuss. Mom Sloan, basketball at North Dakota State. And her father Brian, football at the University of Minnesota. Iris Koba went to high school in Murrieta, California, Murrieta Valley High School, native of Italy. Minor, that low back set to Francis on the slide. Hard angle attack, and she went wide. Francis' second attack error. Rare for her. Sammy Francis, third in the Pac-12, hitting .393. Back-to-back points for the Beavs. Oh, what an excellent pass by Rubin in transition. Seuss was there. Schuster. Back row attack by Vernon. Overdig by Kip. Schuster. It's Peyton Seuss tight to the net. Lunging play by Rubin. Back set by Minor. To the back row to Kip. She got dug by Koba. Dig by Ogilvy. Second swing of the rally for Kip, and this time she terminates. Her 6th kill without an attack error. Reigning Pac-12 Player of the Year and ABCA First-Team All-American Kendall Kip. Excellent court vision. "10-foot 10-inch vertical leap for Kendall Kip. 6'5" tall. Overpass, and Sammy Francis, who's 6'6", sends it to the floor. 11-6 Stanford. Timeout Oregon State. Beavers has some lessons to learn tonight that could help them on Sunday against Cal and the remainder of the season. Stanford took the first set 25-17. They lead the second 11-6. This so far across the conference. Arizona State, no letdown after winning at Oregon last week. After losing here, Arizona State was set to fall out of the top 25. They came into the week ranked number 19, but they gained a couple of spots to 17 after knocking off Oregon down in Eugene. Free ball for Stanford. Minor goes for the dunk. Diving play by Vernon, kept alive. The crowd here loves it. Minor back set. Francis. Dug by Schuster. Bump set by White. Sent toward the back line by Vernon. Katie Baird. Hard angle attack. Point to the beach. Harder. They may not win this match, but they're continuing to win the hearts of these fans. Led by Michael Vernon. What a play. Flipping it back up over her head. Excellent coverage there on the block. Wow. 11-7 Stanford. Amanda Burns will serve for Oregon State. ASU swept Utah on the road tonight. Back row attack by Kip. Oh, she got high in the air. Kendall Kip, 10-foot 10-inch vertical leap. Member of the national champs in 2019. All Pac-12 freshman team that year, played in 23 matches. She's the only holdover regular remaining from the national championship team 4 years ago. Kendall Kipp. Peyton Seuss finds a hole in the block. Seuss now with 5 kills. So Arizona State 1-3 at Utah. Colorado 1-3 at home over Arizona. Never really challenged. Oregon won the first set at home over Cal. A dig by White, swing by Sheridan, and a kill for Megan Sheridan. 12-9 Stanford. Sheridan turning that one over. I think Stanford expected to go on that side of the block. The Let's Go Beavers chant begins as Peyton Seuss sends it away. Baird off the high hand. Seuss was there off the soft block. To the middle to Rummel. She got dug by Rubin. Quick to the middle to Vicini. But Vernon, nice job. Dig on the dive from Seuss. Outside to Vernon. And Michael Vernon coming up with a big kill to get the Beavs back within 2. Vernon has 4 kills. He's the go-to for Oregon State. And a tough assignment. Very creatively done. Good pass by Rubin. Outside to Baird. Off the high hands, off the soft block. Minor. Back set. Kick from the back row. What a dig by Ryan White. Reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Vernon tried to put it down, dug by Rubin. Vernon again! Michael Vernon, have yourself a set. Wow. What a battle between the likes of Vernon and Rubin. A little over dig by Rubin, and this time Vernon gets it done. Again with the Let's Go Beavers chant. Outside to Vernon, high in the air. Block covered up by Rummel. Back set. Sheridan off the block. Vernon again, going high hands. Lunging play by Rubin. Minor goes outside. Katie Baird rolls it over. Took something off it to get the job done. Get the side out. Keep Stanford in front. 13-11 Cardinal. Katie Baird, after a lot of big swings last couple of points, took something off. Tammy Minor will serve for Stanford. 2-5 service aces per set. Tied to the net. Rummel going toward the sideline, and she goes wide. 14-11 Stanford. Oregon won the first set at home against Cal. They lead the second 20-18. Good pass by Vernon. Rummel, Minor was there. Set by Ogilvie. Kick off the block, covered up by Vicini. Back row attack by Rubin. Off the block. Oregon State trying to keep it alive and can't do it. Reckless abandon for Michael Vernon over near the broadcast table. Timeout taken by Oregon State. Beavs had a chance to pull even at 12, but 3 consecutive points by the Card. Timeout taken by the Beavs. There's head coach Lindsey Bohannock of the Oregon State Beavers, her first year after 10 years at Pitt. Back-to-back Final Four appearances under Dan Fisher the last couple of years. 140 wins for Pitt the last 5 years, the most in the NCAA. She got the job here, and a month later, her husband Michael got a job at Division II Western Oregon as the head soccer coach after 7 years as a Pitt assistant. So it was in the cards for the Bohannocks to move west. Megan Sheridan off the soft block. Rubin was there for it. Combo play. Baird. White tries to dig it. Vernon coming over, but no dice. 16-11 Stanford. Oregon State is going to get a chance at a replay because that was into some game management employees, and the down official Gary Houghton said that they have to clear out quickly if anything comes over there, and because it was the second time, that it's a replay of the point, so still 15-11 Stanford. I don't think Oregon State was going to be able to play that ball anyway. So Beavs get a break. Good pass by Vernon. There's Sheridan. Overdig by Rubin. Burns the back set. Sheridan tools the block. He's got 5 kills. So after they had to replay the point, Sheridan comes up with her 5th kill of the match. So instead of 16-11, it's 15-12, and Lauren Rummel, Tucson, Arizona native, will serve for OSU. Minor quick to the middle of Bacchini. McKenna with her 3rd kill without an attack error. She played in 4 matches for the 2019 national champs. Again, Kendall Kipp was the only regular returning from the national title team 4 years ago. Stanford hopes to add another. They have an NCAA record 9 national championships. They'll be looking for a 10th this year at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, December 14th and 17th, if they can get through the first 4 rounds. Aaliyah McDonald puts it down. McDonald, the Pearland, Texas native. She has 2 kills. Dohadiraz, and to serve for Oregon State. 16-13 Stanford in the second. Bacchini gets blocked by McDonald. Consecutive points for Aaliyah McDonald. A kill and a block. 16-14 Stanford. Oregon State took a set from the Cardinal each of the last 2 times they played each other. They only met once last year. Stanford 1 and 4 here. Oregon State won a set when they faced each other the second of the 2 matches a couple of years ago. Off the block and out of bounds. It's a kill for Kendall Kipp. Side out Stanford, 17-14 Cardinal. Elena Ogilvy will serve for Stanford. Her sister Anna played volleyball at West Point 2017 to 2020. Thank you, Anna, for your service to our nation. Great uncle Ben Ogilvy, Major League Baseball player. And he'd be proud of his niece as Elena has herself an ace. Ben Ogilvy, 3-time All-Star, led the American League in home runs in 1980 when he hit 41. Elena Ogilvy serve. Beavs out of system. Schuster going outside to Burns, and because they were on a system, off the block and down. Kipp and Francis able to close in. But the Beavs well off the net. And Stanford with 10 blocks in this match. (19-14 Cardinal). Will be excellent at the service line. There and a good pass. Schuster quick to the middle of McDonald off the block. White was there. Now McDonald. She got dug by Ogilvy. Minor outside to Rubin. Tips it. Pancake by Schuster, but the Beavs couldn't give it alive. A kill for Elia Rubin. (2014) Stanford leads it. Vernon trying to better the ball. Baird was there for Stanford. Swing by Rubin. Kill for Rubin. Consecutive kills for Elia Rubin. She's got 6 in the match without an attack error. Stanford leads 21-14. Football score. The Cardinal would be happy with that at some point when they're here to face the Beavs on the gridiron on November the 11th. Oregon State Beaver football team ranked number 12 in the nation. Rubin having herself a great second set. Elia Rubin now with 7 kills. Oregon State's football team has the week off. They'll face Arizona in Tucson next Saturday. Wildcats coming off that stunning 44-6 win at Washington State last week. After taking USC on the road to triple overtime the week before. Burns off the high hands. Bump set by Ogilvie. Here comes Kendall Kipp. Overhand dig by Seuss, but to no avail. Kendall Kipp with 9 kills without an attack error in 20 swings, hitting .450. Amanda Burns dug by Ogilvie. Back set by Minor and low as well, and results in a kill for Kipp. Wow, that is fast. Kipp with 10 kills. Set point coming up for Stanford. Look at that low set, very quick. Oregon State no time to consolidate the block. Stanford's football team tomorrow 7:30 home against UCLA on ESPN. Last week the largest comeback in program history. Overcome a 29-point halftime deficit to win in double OT over Colorado. Service error for Ogilvie on set point. Second set point coming up. Plunging play by Schuster. Here comes Burns, very tight to the antenna. Rubin got a hand on it. Burns again, second opportunity, off the block and down. 11 blocks for the Cardinal. Rubin and Francis in the first set. The second set, 25-15 after the first set was 25-17. Stanford continues to apply the pressure. Beavers were within 1, but they couldn't get closer in the middle part of the set, and Stanford runs away with it. Stanford won the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-15, and Cami Minor gets us up, starting off this third set, and there's a block immediately for McKenna Vicini, and that's already 12 blocks in this match for Stanford. They're high this year, 14.5. The match against Cal. Burning down into the tape. And it's immediately 2-0 Cardinal. Stanford next week will be at Arizona and Arizona State. 4-match road swing. They'll be at Oregon on Sunday. 5:30. ESPN will have that one. And it's an ace for Minor. Cami Minor's first service ace of the match, and for Stanford, their 4th. Minor came in with 15 service aces against 24 service errors. They're nearly an ace. Peyton Seuss. Ogilvie with the set. Kipp with the tip. Burner from the back row, off speed, lunging play by Ogilvie. To her knees for the set for Cami Minor, and the swing by Baird. Minor going outside Baird's second swing of the rally, off the high hands, and a point for Katie Baird and Stanford. That's Baird's 6th kill. Cami Minor will serve again. Going off the hand of Peyton Seuss. A couple of years ago, Kevin Hambley, the Stanford head coach, told me that as a freshman, Cami Minor was further along than any setter that he had worked with. And remember, he coached Olympic gold medal winning starting setter Jordan Poulter first 2 years at Illinois. Kipp, Kendall Kipp with an 11th kill without an attack error. Kendall Kipp taking advantage of a height advantage in this one. Beeves looking for a side out. Seuss got dug by Rubin. It's Katie Baird. And it is 6-0 Stanford. Baird now with 7 kills. Timeout taken by Oregon State. 6-zip Stanford here in this third set, looking for a sweep in Corvallis. Door across the street from Gill Coliseum. Beavers football player Damian Martinez was in there this afternoon for an autograph signing. Damon and the Beavs have this week off, and then they'll take on Arizona Wildcats in Tucson next week. Then they'll be at home against Colorado, home against Stanford, home against Washington, and at Oregon State a day after Thanksgiving. Beavers get the side out, and they get their first point of the third set. Tammy Miner, second service error of the match. Miner going to Vicini, lunging play by Burns. Bump set by White, swing by Sheridan, Megan Sheridan. Having a great match. She's got 7 kills, 2 attack errors, and a match high 23 swings. Sheridan had an amazing academic and athletic career at Butler. Graduated in just over 3 years in August of 2022, cum laude, degree in accounting. She took up to 18 credits each semester while being a D1 college athlete. Remarkable. Outside to Vernon off the high hands. Ogilvy there. Bump set by Rubin. Great set. Right tight to the net. Kipp into the block, covered up by Vicini. Here's Kendall Kipp. Lunging play by Burns, and it's over into the Oregon State bench. 7-2 Stanford. Katie Baird will serve for Stanford. Burns to McDonald. Burns has options here. Goes outside to Vernon. Vernon going down the line. Finds the floor. Michael Vernon. 7-3 Stanford. Stanford, third-ranked team of the country. They are coming in here to take care of business. And I asked Kevin Hambley, is it difficult to keep your team focused on Oregon State with Oregon on the horizon? He said, no, not at all. He said they know every match is important, that it's a veteran team, and that they can't have any slip-ups if they want to be able to host matches on the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. They want to host a regional. Everything they do geared toward that and winning a national title. There's Rubin, dug by White. Again, the reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week, Megan Sheridan, with another kill. She's got 8. This crowd's into it, and Oregon State, for their part, has had a good match. They're just outclassed talent-wise, but they have shown the reason why they were able to win 2 matches last weekend. Had some very good moments in this one. Kendall Kipp puts it down the line. Kipp's sister Conley, volleyball at Washington State a decade ago. Sister Kate played at UC Santa Barbara. Wrist away, right on the line for Kipp. Still does not have an attack error in 25 swings. She has 13 kills. Absolutely no spin on that serve. Rummel, dug by Baird. Miner, outside to Rubin, off the block and out of bounds. Elia Rubin now with 8 kills. 9-4 Stanford. Cal will be here on Sunday. That'll be at noon. Burns. Here comes Kip again. Off the block, covered up by Rubin. Minor to the middle to Francis. Lunging play by Seuss. Burns goes outside to Vernon. And she terminates one. Michael Vernon with 7 kills. Vernon having a big week last week when she was the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week. 38 kills and 98 swings at 34 digs. 7 kills in this one. Diaz with the service ace. Diaz 5th ace against 6 service errors this year. Ankara, Turkey native, true freshman, 6'3" opposite, and is a serving specialist. Francis, and Seuss unable to keep it alive. Not much she could do with that. And Sammy Francis now has 4 kills. Kendall Kip sends it away. Free ball, Minor. Francis on the slide, overhand dig by Schuster, bump set by White, swing by Vernon, high on the platform of Baird, but well done by Katie Baird. The tip by Rubin, sent back over by Rummel. Ogilvie with the set, Rubin with the swing off the block, and covered up by Francis. It's Rubin again, going to the back line and finding the floor, Elia Rubin. She can do a lot of things well, can't she? Former California Gatorade Player of the Year at Marymount High School in Los Angeles. A couple of years ago as a senior, they went 35-0. If you're the California Volleyball Player of the Year, you are good. Amanda Burns. Burns in her first year at Oregon State after a couple of years at Loyola Marymount. She has 4 kills. Vernon serves it away. Good pass by Ogilvie. Francis off the high hands. White with a one-hand dig. Hard angle attack by Seuss. There's Rubin off the block. Lunging play by White to keep it alive somehow. See why she's the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Block for Lauren Rummel off the swing from Rubin. This crowd is as into it as if this were the 5th set of the match. Michael Vernon, the 4th-year junior from New York. Minor going outside, and Elia Rubin. Rubin with 10 kills, just 1 attack error. 22 swings. And now she'll go back and serve. Elia Rubin, part of the USA Volleyball national picture, won gold with the USA under-21s at the Pan Am Cup in La Paz, Mexico last year. There's Burns, stuff blocked by Francis. 13 blocks in the match for Stanford. That's 2 off, setting a new season high. Schuster to Rummel. Minor back set, Kip high in the air, gets dug by White. Kept alive by Seuss. Back row attack by Vernon. Off the top of the tape, dug by Ogilvie. Minor outside to Baird, gets dug by White again. Again Vernon from the back row. Finding some open floor. Michael Vernon, 8 kills.
Your student section chanting "Chop the Tree." 13-9 Stanford. Lauren Rummel, University of Arizona transfer. Last year, a true freshman with the Wildcats. Played in 44 sets. Sammy Francis off the slide. 5 kills. That's something that Stanford is going to need and need consistently when they get in those final couple of weekends of the year against the best teams in the country. Get their middles involved offensively. Sammy Francis averaging 2.08 kills per set, 393, third in the Pac-12 in hitting percentage. Schuster outside, and Peyton Seuss gets it done for Oregon State. 6 kills for her. (14-10) Stanford. Back set to Sheridan. Sheridan with a kill. She's got 9. That's an Oregon State high for the match. Amanda Burns, her serve. Stanford out of system, but still the kill for Katie Baird. It's one thing Kevin Handley cited, that they needed to be better out of system. And it's 15-11 Cardinal. Cami Minor back to serve. Minor, another outstanding setter for Stanford. Jenna Gray, 4-year starter, 2016 to 2019. That from McDonald down into the tape. That included 3 national championships. Maddie Bugg, prior to that, started for 4 years, 2012 to 2015. Cami Minor in her 3rd year of what figures to be 4. Redondo Beach, California native serves it away. Beeves out of system, tight to the net, Seuss. And we had a net violation against Oregon State. Timeout taken by the Beeves, down 17-11 in the 3rd, trying to extend this match as long as they can. Oregon State with 2 reigning players of the week after their 5-set wins at home last week over number 19 Arizona State and then over Arizona. Michael Vernon had a couple of double-doubles, 38 kills and 98 swings. 34 digs in the 2 matches combined. And Ryan White, 4.3 digs per set. And you've seen White do her thing in this one against this amazing attack from Stanford. And White is all over the place. So a couple of Pac-12 players of the week for the Beavs after 2 surprising wins last week, their first 2 conference wins. Across the conference, Arizona State swept Utah in Salt Lake City. Only the 3rd set was close. Colorado swept Arizona at home. Only the 1st set was close. They're the 3rd set at at Oregon, and Oregon leading 2 sets to none. And it's tied at 17 in the 3rd. They're in the 3rd set at UCLA. The Bruins took the first 2 over Washington, 25-18, 25-16. Washington in the 3rd leading 15-14. Washington State looking for a sweep at USC. Cougs, the number 4 team in the country. What a job Jen Graney's done there. And Washington State trailing in the 3rd, 17-14, but they're ahead 2 sets to none. After the Beaver timeout, Oregon State out of system. Seuss could just push it over with one hand. Here comes Minor, off the block of McDonald. Vicini, she got dug by Burns. Megan Sheridan with another kill. Sheridan's got 10 kills in this one against the Stanford Cardinal. Kip off the high hands. Kip with a kill. Perhaps should be Kendall Kill. She's got 13 kills in the match without an attack error. 18-12 Stanford. Pass on the money from Vernon. Swing by McDonald off the block and out of bounds. Aaliyah McDonald with a kill. Iris Koba into serve and place in defense for OSU. By the way, Megan Sheridan's high in kills this year, 18 at Colorado on October the 8th, 2 weeks ago. There's a bad set by Cami Minor. Don't see that very often. In fact, they called it a lift. (18-14). Piccini puts it down. (19-14). Stanford. Olena Ogilvie will serve. Played for the USA team in Europe a couple of years ago, the U20s. And Burns and Sheridan collided, went into the net. Net violation, point Stanford, 20-14 Cardinal. Well, the first set 25-17, the second one 25-15. Sheridan with another kill. She's got 11. That leads the Beavs. Megan Sheridan having a great match against the number 3 ranked team in the country. If they go on to win the national championship this year, the Stanford Cardinals, Sheridan can pull tape out of this match and say, hey, kids, grandkids, here's what I did against the national champions. And no matter what, she can say she did it against the 3rd ranked team in the country. What a great match, Megan Sheridan. Sammy Francis went for the sideline and went wide. 3rd attack error for Francis against 5 kills. Dohadiras from Ankara, the capital city of Turkey, population 5.1 million. Kendall Kip high in the air. And Kip with another kill. She has 15, and again, without an attack error. And she'll go back and serve. Kip hitting an even 500, 15 kills, 30 swings, no attack errors. Here comes Vernon. Dug by Ogilvie. Rubin off the block and out of bounds. Elia Rubin now with 11 kills. What a pair of liberos we have in this one with Ryan White for Oregon State. Olena Ogilvie, the reigning Pac-12 libero of the year for Stanford. Beavs out of system again. It's been that way most of the night, but still Michael Vernon making lemonade. 22-17. He's trying to get this one close. Vernon at the service line. Pass on the dive from Ogilvie. Francis on the slide. Boom. Sammy Francis with 6 kills. Cheney has 4. Baird 8. Rubin 11. Kendall 15. Cami Minor 1. Good work on the slide for Francis. Former pin hitter turned middle blocker. Taylor Bevan in the match, along with Jordan Harvey for Stanford. And Harvey there on the block, but it went out of bounds. Point Oregon State. 23-18. Jordan Harvey, true freshman from Salt Lake City and Bountiful High School. He was trained with USA Volleyball national teams. Having the set, had the swing by Francis. Pardon me, that's Kelly Bellardi with the set. Kelly Bellardi, the Manhattan Beach, California native, coming in to replace Cammie Minor. And there is Jordan Harvey, won the Ms. Volleyball Award in Utah, helped Bountiful High School to the 2021 state title. Also 4 years of basketball, first team All-State there. Match point for Stanford. It's Seuss, off the block and out of bounds. 24-19. He's would love to get to the 20. Francis checks in, and Anna Pringle checks out for Stanford. Kelly Bellardi in the set, the sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California, also excellent beach volleyball player, only Stanford indoor player, currently on Stanford's beach roster. And Bellardi sets it. Harvey gets dug by White. Burns goes to Seuss. Dig by Bellardi. Swing by Baird. White kept it alive. Seuss. Bump set by Ogilvie. Baird again up the high hands. And that's how it ends. 25-19 Stanford in the third. They win at 25-17, 25-15, 25-19. And have a look at match point again. Yeah, the Beavs fought hard. But this is an incredibly talented Stanford team. A team that has designs on their 10th school national championship. And Katie Baird ends it with her 9th kill of the match. Stanford at 367 for the match. Oregon State 134. Stanford with 14 blocks. That's one shy of setting a new high for the season for the Stanford Cardinal. They'll take on the Oregon Ducks Sunday at 5:30. Oregon ranked number 9 in the country. And the Ducks on the verge of a sweep at home against Cal in their match. ESPN will have the coverage of that one Sunday at 5:30. Oregon and Stanford. Then Stanford next week will be at Arizona and Arizona State. The Cal Bears come here to Gill Coliseum on Sunday at noon. That'll be on an Oregon State live stream. And then their next time on Pac-12 Network will be next Friday, 7 o'clock at Washington. Our senior coordinating producer is Will O'Toole. For producer Zora Ziani, director Tim Lay, technical director Brian Stevens, and our entire crew. I'm Rich Burke. That's it from Corvallis. Stanford wins it by sweep.